Mic check, man. Y'all already know when you hear the voice, you made the right choice. It is your boy in the building, man. Frank Nitty, and I am the host of the Texans on 3 podcast. And we in the building. How y'all doing on this Victory Friday, man? The Texans kicked ass yesterday, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Hey, shout out all you Bills fans. The rest of the AFC South, we coming for that ass. Y'all know what time it is, man. But hey, y'all know if I'm in the building, man, I gotta bring my team in the building with me, man. Y'all already know, man. Big Texas, big victory. Hey, we maxed out the Bills, so maxed out Friday, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. But if I'm in the building, y'all know, man, I got my guy Patton in the building, aka the Streets, aka the future Texan Scout, aka activated in the building, man, and y'all know, man. Hey, I'm telling y'all, man, we about to turn up. We got that boy Killer Cal, Big Smoke, the Big Smoke in the building, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. That boy Killer Cal is definitely up in here, man.
That's what you do. That's a victory cigar, man.
Hey, so, man, hey, that's a nice stogie right there too, man. I'm talking about looking very, very nice over there. You know what I'm saying? And
everybody, my cigar aficionados, Rocky Patel.
Oh shit! Hey, I don't know what. Hey, Rocky Patel. Hey, shout out Rocky Patel. Y'all know
sponsor the show, Rocky.
Hey, y'all know what time it is, man. We appreciate y'all taking y'all time out to come and chop it up with your boys, man. Man, that was a hell of a game last night, fellas.
Oh man.
It was shout out Houston Stresses, man. It was done in regular Houston Texans fashion. I seen somebody online say, that for the Texans to give up that 4th and 27 and then to stop them in the red zone was like the most Texans thing ever. And I'm like, yes, that was very correct. Let me pause this right quick. And let's get this out the way. Let's celebrate. Hey, if you've been living under a rock, the Houston Texans on Thursday Night Football, they had a game against the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, Superman, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Cam Newton, but Josh Allen, he's the proclaimed Superman of the NFL right now. And, we kicked his ass before. I want to say that, you know what I'm saying? We did make
his ass all the time.
Yeah, we made Josh Allen look bad before. Even when Deshaun was here, you know what I'm saying? I never forget that time he scored that touchdown in the end zone and he got up flexing and he just thought like, yo, I'm pretty sure. I know he hates Houston now, by the way. I know he like, damn. But last night, y'all, I have to say this. First and foremost, I've never seen a Texans team have that many sacks in one game. So let's get them boys props on that. I'm about to do the proverbial Oprah Winfrey where it was like Oprah Winfrey was on the sideline like, you get a sack. I'm talking about it was sacks going on everywhere, man. And
hey, I even got a sack. I got one.
Hey, didn't we have a game last year? We had I know we had 5 interceptions last year.
Yeah.
But I kind of remember we had a game that had, I think we lost that game too. I think we didn't have a game that we had 9 sacks last year. We had a game with like crazy amount of sacks. I know we had one game with 5 interceptions, and I know we had another game we had like a crazy amount of sacks.
We had 8 sacks in the game before.
We had a game last year that had a crazy amount of sacks. I can't remember what it was.
I don't know, but I know if anybody knows, Brandon knows, man. And big shout out to Brandon too, man. See you in the bull ring. Shout out Mellow Mike. Big DQ in the building, man. Hey, they popping up in there, man. Horace.
Hey, Dorsey said 8 at home against Tennessee.
Oh, okay. So we tied something.
What year was that though?
It had to be last year. I know we had 2 games.
Who was the quarterback that we sacked?
It was last. We lost that game. Yeah. It was against Tennessee last year, and then before that, the Jaguars in 2016, we won that game. It was also 8. So our franchise, our high is 8. So 8 against the Bills, 8 against the Titans, 8 against the Jaguars. We won that Jaguars game 30-6.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Will Levis. I know I wasn't going crazy, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, shout out Dorsey too, man. Everybody in the bull ring already, man. Appreciate y'all. Oh yeah, Mellow Mike said it was Will Levis. But anyway, man, I like this thing. Hold on, I want to go back up to here. Mellow Mike say Superman ate more grass than a prize steer. Most definitely. That first sack that when Will got to him, I still don't understand. I know y'all have been on that field before. Was that him getting the wind knocked out of him? Is that why he reacted like that after that sack?
I watched that play live. At first, I thought he broke his
wrist.
Collarbone. I thought it was collarbone.
Yeah, either collarbone or the wrist, because the way Will literally, this is football. First and foremost, this is football. Mm-hmm. These things happen, right? As Will sacks him, all of his weight and the force is going down to the ground, and his arm is down that way. So naturally, this on most human beings would be the first thing that either this or this would be broke, right? Mm-hmm. He was holding actually the right side, but he was holding his left side, which made me think it was his wrist. Mm-hmm. However, it was just the wind that got knocked out of him.
Ooh, yeah, because the way he reacted, it had to be either or. I was like, that is kind of how you flail around when you get that wind knocked out of you, because it's involuntary. Your body, you think you about to die.
And I'm gonna tell you this. I don't care how good our defense is, bro. We have a history of being shown up by backup quarterbacks, bro. Like when they showed Mitchell Trubisky on the sideline, like getting ready to come in, I said, Lord, I forgot he was still in the league. I said, man, this guy finna come out here and throw 300 yards.
Hey, you ain't lying. That would be a Texans thing.
Bro, the first game ever, Ryan Fitzpatrick with the Rams. That was my first time ever going to a Texan game. Like they on their last string quarterback.
Yeah, shout out Ryan Fitzpatrick because
hey, look to me.
Hey, look, he said it. He said it talking to Davis Mills after the game was over with. He was like, being the bag up, he understood. And like when he said that, I instantly thought about that game. I said, yep, you're right. Bag up, come in and just smash. But man, shout out Davis Mills, man. Let's give him his due props. I want to say something about Davis Mills, man. Davis Mills came in, did what he was supposed to do, did what we expected him to do. Davis Mills by no means is a perfect quarterback. That's why he's a bang up, but he makes enough plays, you know what I'm saying, enough competent plays. I just want to ask y'all a real question right quick, right? The way he made the offensive line look, if anybody's confused out there as to, like me, if anybody's confused to want to know, like, is the O-line actually better? Or, because I know y'all the O-line gurus, is the O-line better, or are we being fooled because Davis Mills knows how to, move around in the pocket better than CJ?
All right, real quick. So to answer that, this is going to be a broad answer. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna answer your question. My mama called me today, and mama, stop listening to people on Facebook, please. But she had a valid question though. Someone said that the O-line protects better for Mills than does Stroud, and I explained to her that, Eve just said Mills get the balls out fast. He does. However, Mills has played more games or seen more action than CJ. So the pressure, he's used to the pressure. It doesn't faze him. He doesn't get rattled. Mm-hmm. And I hate to say that about a guy that the league views as a potential up and coming rising star or potential all this and all that. Now, this group of O-line we put out there yesterday, yes, Eve, he does run backwards. He stupid shit. the group we put out there yesterday, man, like without a shadow of a doubt, is the best group we've had all year. Like, and I know I feel for Titus because he is our best offensive lineman, and he's even better because you can move him around, plug and play, and you're going to get production. When we brought in Trent Brown, I was kind of like, he's hurt. He's been hurt. He's on a down spiral. But that dude is he is a goddamn Willie Mammoth. The way he handled Bosa, and understand this is an older Bosa, but I watched him block Bosa. I thought we had LT back on the right side, honestly. When I've seen LT block with one arm, he blocking like this, arm like this, like he doing a Heisman on you, and you ain't going nowhere. Bosa like this gave up on a lot of plays, bro. But I will say, to better answer this question, we'll know next week how he CJ, because he's projected to be back next week. If he would have played this Sunday, he would have played, as they've been saying. But off the quarterback position, this O-line held up very well in the pass protection. Period, point blank. This is the best group we've had all year. Took long. What is this, week 11? Took 11 weeks to get this projected lineup. You know, there's been injuries since week 1. Actually, there's been injuries since fucking training camp. But we got it right. So what's going on?
Oh my God.
But also the playing on the offensive line, it's chemistry, and cohesion and camaraderie.
Mm-hmm.
And when you are lined up next to a guy week after week after week, you kind of know, like, you can go up to the line, like back in high school. Pat, you'll know this. When you have to go up to the line, you have to stretch your arm out to get your proper spacing. Right. You can go up to the line right now, and you know that if this guy is playing 2-4 back, 2-4 up, too much spacing, y'all can look at each other and y'all can look across the line, and you can communicate just by looking. You don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
And so you start to get comfortable. See, Titus is such a pro, and he's been moved all along that line that wherever you put Titus at, the person that's playing next to him is going to play better.
Exactly.
Because Titus has played at the position at a high level at where the guy that's lined up next to him. So Trent, like you said, Brown is a big 6'8", 400-pound Bohemian.
You ain't getting a
last week, the broadcast, Mark Schlereth, former offensive lineman, said, "Hey, big boy, you got to move your feet." I'm quite sure they went and looked at the film, and Trent probably was like, "Hey, yeah, on this rep, it was some lazy feet." But you just said something, Patton, that was like crazy to me. I didn't hear Bosa name called not one time last night.
At all.
Only
not
one time.
once.
One time. I'm gonna tell y'all the one time it was.
That's when I heard it.
No, the one time it was is when, because this is the only bad play that Trent had of the game to me. Now, somebody that probably can pick out something else, but he held Bosa on one play where he had to pull him down to the ground. Yeah. That one hold that got called on him, that was it. But after that, every pass protection, even on the runs, like y'all seen the replay when they actually isolated him and showed him in that run play where he actually got out on the block. And they was like, didn't nobody want no, everybody was just getting out of the way of them. They didn't want no problem with Big Trent running out there. And it was my first time to honestly see, because I hear y'all say it all the time, but it was my first time to see him next to the other lineman and how he looked out on the field when he jumped out on that block. Dude is massive. Pause. I'm talking about, I'm like, damn, like I see what Trent Brown is about and why they say, what is, I understand what the basketball players say now. I understand now. Well, yeah, I understand Trent Brown's game. Bro is a massive human being, bro. Like, ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And to be moving like that, like, if I move out the way too, if I seen him coming, bro, I'm gonna make a business decision, like Dion say. I'm getting out the way.
Not only that, Trent Brown is strong as hell. Yeah. Like he's very strong. Like he got a holding call last week, Well, he just took the guy and just slammed him to the ground. And that's what Mark Slayer said. Hey, you got to move your feet. But Trent Brown was like, okay, I'm just gonna just slam you. Like he just grabbed him and slammed it. Like I'm like, this dude is like very, very strong, man. And my thing is with him, man, he's 32 years old. So he's been in the league for a minute. I really wish that he would have, and it's still not too late because I've seen linemen play 35, 36, 37 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like if the Texans feel like that he's a guy that we can keep around, I tell Trent, look here, man, stay in town. Let's go ahead and drop about 40. Drop about 40 pounds, get you down about 260, 250, 360, 355. Dude would be a monster. But hey, one thing that I didn't know,
40, he'll still be 3 what?
that dude 400 pounds, man. You can't tell me nothing different, man.
Hey, Trent Brown remind me of that clip going around with Garnett. KG was talking about Hakeem. Man, he like, I am a man. I am a man. I'm going to test his lateral.
Yeah, lateral, right?
Brandon said, crazy play I saw. Trent Brown got into a mix-up with their biggest DT in the middle and spun around. Guy was trying to push him over backwards after he spun, and he still stood in place and didn't fall. Like, shit, I can understand now what Cal say, because I'm running with Cal. Bro gotta be 400 pounds, bro. Like, look at how it is, bro. Like, bro, that is ridiculous. Like I say, if we can get, and I know they say after that first game he was walking around in a boot after that, right? And
first game back,
I was thinking like, oh my goodness, did he get injured? But I was thinking too, like, maybe this may be, shoot, he might be in a boot today. If he got to be in the boot after every game just to recover throughout the week, and man, thank God we have this mini bye. I don't think y'all understand how important this mini bye is.
It is. It's great.
This is dope. It's perfect timing. Right before the Colts that we get 10 days before these guys. Like, yeah, it's going down. And I believe me, before this show is over with, we definitely gonna tap into that Colts game. But I want to ask you guys a question. What is the best? I mean, what was a highlight? Your number one highlight of this game that you walked away from this game that made you feel better about this team? And then and this is the better, then I'm gonna say worse after this one. But I want what when you walked away from this game, what did you feel better about this team?
I felt proven, or I've been right on a lot of things this year, but I said early in the year, off season, that this defense would be championship, Super Bowl caliber defense. They proved me right last night, and I'm really concerned about how that offense is going to look when CJ come back. And I shouldn't feel that way, but from what he's shown me up to this point, I feel like Caley calls a better offense for Mills than he does for CJ.
Seemed like it, huh? And remember, I said that, Patton, in the beginning. I said, man, it seemed like during the off season that Mills could run that offense a little bit better, and it's starting to look like this. So I agree with you, my brother. It's like, what do we do if that is the case? What you think happens?
Well, this is to give the people some behind the scenes content. Me and Brother Killer, I wouldn't say we was arguing, but we have our debates on should we pay the man or not. Killer's pro pay. I am against the pay right now. The person who should get paid is 51. Without a shadow of a doubt, I feel like the whole nation should agree to pay him before you pay CJ.
50 million, Will.
He worked it. Good shit, Brandon. Now, as I started to Brother Killer, he got to go out there and prove it. Does he have the skills and capabilities? Yeah, he do. But it has to be consistent. I don't need one game per year of you beating the Ravens with Lamar Jackson's, you know what I'm saying, Ravens team, man, you go out there and shit the bed against what I would, in my personal opinion, a mediocre team in the Broncos. I just feel like they're not who they really are, who they who they claim to be. Then he got hurt in the game too, so, but that may be me being too hard on him, as some would say. But if CJ go out there next week and we lose that game and he shit the bed, bro, it's gonna be some shit. It's gonna be some shit.
In Houston.
I'm rooting for you, young fella. I'm rooting for you. Prove me wrong, but I've been right all year. So this is the one thing I would love to be wrong on. Please.
I'm gonna hit on the point. Then I'm gonna hit on the CJ point. When they just said, you know, one thing that stood out, good and bad. The one play that I really looked at, and a lot of people is, I'm gonna bring this back to you, Nitty, because if you are a fan of the show and watch the show, I'm quite sure the Bull Ringer know this. Nitty, you pointed out that Aziz in the offseason went to go train with Stingley's dad and with the DBs, right?
Cover one, yeah.
Okay. So that interception that Bullock had, the guy that tipped the ball and had both his hands on the ball was Aziz.
That was a great play too.
Now, but check this out though. This is what people don't understand. Aziz, as a linebacker, he's playing 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. And if you ever play linebacker, when you drop into your hook zone, you drop back 10 to 12 yards. You're looking for crossing patterns and running back out of the backfield. Aziz was 20 yards back and still got both his hands on the ball, was able to tip the ball in the air, and it was just a scoop interception for Kalen Bullock. That doesn't happen if Aziz is not in his hook zone 20 yards back. That is a completed pass. That's one of the things that a lot of people look at the interception, but I looked at what happened before the interception.
Yeah, I did too, Killer. I ain't gonna lie, it's a good point. I was like, look at Aziz, bro. Like y'all not seeing that? Bro got in the passing lane, like for real.
Right.
Like,
and I would say probably the only thing that really I can't really point out things that concern me. I know we was on the chat and we was talking about Frank Ross, his squad giving up the touchdown
back-to-back weeks
on the kickoff. But if you go back and watch that, it was a blatant holding call.
Right, that was pure luck.
They didn't call it. It was a touchdown, and it happens. But one thing about it is when you make these mistakes and you win the game, you better believe that one thing is going to be preached throughout the week is when you playing special teams. Nitty, there's this thing that called stay in your lane. When the ball is caught by the receiving guy catching the ball, defenders have a tendency of drifting over to where the runner is going, and it creates a lane. Mm-hmm. And all he did was a spin move. That spin move with that holding, it created a lane for him to run up through.
So I rather believe he was that open. When he spent the body that shit, he was like, oh.
Because the lane integrity was not there. If the lane integrity is not there, he can make a spin move. And because you have 11 guys right up front, you have 10 guys up front and you had a kicker. Mm-hmm. If everybody have lane integrity and you are 10 yards away from the kickoff receiving team. So there's not a lot of space like it was back in the day where, you kick the ball and the receiving team drop back about 15, 20 yards and you got to run this long distance or whatever. You can't even move until they catch the ball. So lane integrity is the main thing that they need to work on. And this is one of the weak spots that Frank has dealt with because Frank has been solid with us for as long as he's been here. but I think these are one of the things that can be corrected. So I'm not really
It's flukish. I can admit that.
but see, but here's the thing though. Here's the thing. If Josh Allen with that hook and lateral and they go down and score, they had 2 touchdowns, a minute and something on the clock. If Josh goes down and scores the touchdown, then that kickoff return would be like it would be illuminated a whole lot more. And Frank would have to be like, hey, he would have been on the podium having to answer questions.
exactly.
So,
Exactly. Well, I'm gonna say my highlight of the game is kind of similar. I'm gonna piggyback on what Patton said. I think now that it's for sure that this defense and we knew that the defense has been good through the first 9 weeks, but I feel like now we know that this is a championship defense. I think if you walked away from this game and you don't see the Texans, I mean, they being compared to the 2000, I want to say 13 Legion of Boom, and the numbers are actually similar, but the Texans are slightly a little bit better. I think it's in one category where I think it's in the yards per game maybe, but I think we may have that one too. But anyway, the Texans defense is, creeping up into historic territory right now. And I'm really starting to see that championship game, that path that had kind of started getting a little covered with weeds a little bit. And it's starting to look like somebody done went through there with not a machete shit, fuck that, a weed whacker. And it's starting to open up now. I'm starting to see I can see clearly now the rain is gone. And I think the defense, and I know the defense is gonna have us in games. And just like every media person with half a brain across the nation, they know that the Texans are a dangerous team. Like that was the theme all day today. I'm talking about, man, it felt so good getting up this morning and going on social media and on TV and listening to everybody talk about how dangerous. And I knew everybody was gonna say it. We are now the team, and I don't know what's the odds of whenever a team gets stamped as this team, but we are now the team that nobody wants to play. We're the team that nobody wants to play in the playoffs. They said the Texans make it to the playoffs, nobody's gonna want to play us. We seen what Philly did last year with their defense and just their front four. And we're seeing what the Texans can do. What the Texans can do. I think, man, I think now that if CJ can just get us 3 touchdowns a game, which is not a tall order when you're starting to think about how Higgins is coming along. Shout out Higgins, man. 4 touchdowns. Hold on. 4 touchdowns as a rookie. And that means right now he's tied with Andre Johnson as the most touchdowns for a rookie, as a rookie wideout for the Texans. And I think that being that we just played our week 10, he's gonna. And I forgot who said it. I don't know. I know somebody on this show said it, but that he was gonna break that record. And
probably Cal or Doctor.
I don't know. It probably was me, but all I know is that he is going to break that record. The young man, he missed on a few passes. And this is another thing I want to speak on, too. If y'all think about the passes that Mills missed, right?
It wasn't his fault.
I will give CJ. No, it wasn't his fault, but I will say this. CJ, there's a high percentage that CJ wouldn't miss those passes, and we have seen him miss. That's why I said a higher percentage that he wouldn't miss those passes. And so I want to give Kaylee his props on this, right? Because we don't say this a lot, and I notice a lot of people don't give him his props on this, right? We tend to talk about the plays that happen and, that don't go for as many yards or plays that's kind of stagnant or whatever, but we don't tend to point out those plays that, hey, that was a touchdown. He just missed the pass. You know what I'm saying? There were a few of those plays, probably a good handful of them, that I want to say that, man, if CJ can make those plays happen, then, man, I'm telling you, Kaylee was calling a pretty good game, man, and a few of those passes that were missed were actually touchdown passes. You know what I'm saying? They were actually passes that could have ended up being touchdowns or very critical first downs.
Well, the two that you're mentioning is he threw one that was supposed to be over the shoulder to Higgins, and it hit the defender in the back, and then he had Dalton Schultz in the end zone, and it hit the defender in the back. Both of those were like potentially like touchdowns.
Exactly. And if those went, the score would look totally different. So I just want to say this, and then I'm gonna land. Last thing, the thing that I'm concerned about, and man, I've been wrestling with this all day, y'all. I've been trying to figure out what would be the reason for this. And I came up with a few. My first one I'm gonna speak on, and the thing that I'm speaking on is that video of CJ in the locker room. First and foremost, that is a still picture.
Thank you for pointing that out. Please, say it again.
That is a still picture, y'all. So we don't know if bro had just got through clearing his nose, just got through clearing his throat. We don't know what was the context of that paused picture and CJ looking like that, because I find it hard pressed to believe that he was sitting in that locker room while everybody was excited like that, looking how that still shot caught him. You know what I'm saying? And when I seen it, I was like, I couldn't do nothing but think about y'all guys, man. And I said, damn. I said, man, this does make it look like if you wanted to say CJ wasn't happy here, or, you know, even the people that want to say maybe he ain't totally healed all the way from the concussion, and that's why he's sitting there looking just stoic or whatever. But I believe that
he is not a stoic.
They caught him at a certain they caught him at a certain point. You know what I'm saying? And
bro, you can catch anybody. Like Cal McNair was in the room with Hannah, and I think maybe the granddaughter. And Cal was looking stoic also. Like you can catch anybody's face. Like when D'Amico is talking and everybody's listening, you could have panned around the room and saw anybody's face and just snapped a still shot and then like, oh, he's not happy. I just thought that was just bush league that somebody would put that out there, but you know, people ran with it, and that's what they want to see. Because
that was the third thing that I was gonna say, Mike, was that, you know, maybe CJ had that look because, you know, he wanted to be out there. And then I said to myself too, I said, what if this man take football so deep, right, to where he really looks at it like, man, y'all went out there. Y'all went out there and battled. Y'all won that game. Y'all the one that deserve to be celebrating right now. I'm just gonna sit back.
Nitty, if it was a 25-second video of everybody cheering and laughing, and CJ was just sitting there looking like a complete video, like 25 seconds he laughed, and he was just sitting there, okay, holler at me. But just to take a still frame, a freeze frame, and make it seem like he was just unhappy was like, it's just
on the sideline. He didn't look like that on the sideline whenever they showed him on the sideline. You
bro,
know?
he was involved. He's sitting down there with like, and here's another thing: people that think that CJ is not gonna get paid, he's on the sideline chopping up with Hannah and the granddaughter, and you know, he just, bro, the dude is like, I understand the most popular player on any team is the backup quarterback. And I'm gonna say something, Nitty, and you'll know this. Maybe Patton can remember. Maybe not. But if you was here for the Warren Moon era, the most popular player in the room was Cody Carson.
Oh Lord.
Everybody wanted Cody to play. Oh, and then when Warren Moon got hurt and Cody got his chance, it was like, let's get Moon back in here.
Hey, so that was my first experience of that in my football watching career ever.
Yeah,
it was that right there. I was like, hold up, man, Cody Carson, man, get that nigga back on the bench.
Yeah, we was talking earlier today. The same thing with
He won some
Mashup and
games, though. Shout out Cody.
sa-
He won some games though. He did. I'm not gonna
the
lie.
same thing with Sage Rosenfield and Mashup. People wasn't happy with Mashup. They was like, oh man, Rosenfield, man, he's the guy. He
Hey,
should be
I ain't gonna lie.
starting.
I ain't gonna lie. See, we keep it real on this show. I was one, Cam. If it wasn't for the Rosencopter, bro, I wanted Rosenfields as the quarterback, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was a better quarterback. It was up until that decision of that damn Rosencopter,
Let
bro.
me let me tell you about the Rosencopter because the Rosencopter happened before Sage Rosenfield. It happened with John Elway when he scored the touchdown. I think in the Super Bowl, and he got twisted and turned around. But the difference is Sage fumbled the ball and John Elway didn't. If
Mhm.
Sage didn't fumble that
You ain't
ball, if Sage didn't fumble that ball, that's in Texans folklore. Like, oh man, he
we beat
was
the
he
coach
was
the first time.
determined.
That
Yeah,
was the closest. Well, before we actually beat the coach, that was the closest we came before that, and that just made me hate Gary Brackett even more after that game. But Mellow Mike say rewatch the first quarter. And Mike, this is a good point. He say rewatch the first quarter and you'll see why there is no QB controversy in Houston. And that's a good point, and I'm pretty sure Killer is definitely loving that point because there was a point in the game where Killer put into the chat group, he was like,
he was 2 for 9 for what, 14 or 34
Hey,
yards.
look, he threw a touchdown right after you put that stat in the checks, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying the whole first quarter he was 2 for 9 for like
Yeah.
14 yards or something crazy.
hey
You
man,
know,
I had a
they
leg on my parlay to um for golly, Nico Collins to have 13 yards in the first quarter.
you ain't get shit to the second.
Oh, that shit was horrible, bro. The first quarter of the game, I'm on the TV, like, bro, I just know Nico gonna get a catch, man. But he was a decoy for that first quarter.
I
Yeah.
don't think he targeted Nico in the
No,
first
he
quarter
didn't.
at
Not at all.
all.
He didn't. He kept
He
going.
didn't, bro.
He
Look,
was
man,
Yeah,
when Migos is playing, he throws the ball a lot more early on. And when I text y'all, I say, if we run this ball, we definitely win this game. And they went away from the run. Only thing I would have changed in this game is I would have gave Chubb the ball more, even though they started to stop the run here and there early on. Well, later on as the game progressed and their passing game, like guys were getting hurt on both sides of the field, like back to back. So
Mm.
I feel like them running the ball and getting stopped and they have having more success passing the ball, even though Mills only had 150 passing yards, like it was good yards. So,
Mm.
Have
but
y'all
hey,
ever seen a
let me say
game?
this about CJ real quick
Oh,
though.
okay.
You know why the fans are doing what they're doing about CJ, right?
Why?
Everybody was all hopeful until old draft guard just said what he had to say about him, and look at the fire started.
Yeah.
Just think about it. Soon, after I had my little rant, man, the people eyes opened up and they started to see what I was seeing. And now I feel bad to a degree because the fan base is so decided, so split on who to roll with.
But you know what? I'm gonna say this though. I'm thankful that the chatter is kind of like at a whisper though. Like I'm glad it's not like at a 50-50 thing yet. I think that's why this game is so important for not only CJ but for CJ's PR. I think I believe we go out and we win this game. I mean, with this defense, man, it's not too much that you have to do. I'm not scared of Daniel Jones. I heard somebody on the radio the other day say Daniel Jones is having a MVP caliber season. I'm not watching all of the games, so I really don't know. But at the same time, I can't say that. I mean, I'm scared of Daniel Jones, bro. Like, come on, this defense just made Josh Allen look like how they made Josh Allen. Now we know that Daniel Jones got legs; he can run sometime. But you're not you. I think D'Amico done figured that shit out, except for that one run that Allen had where he caught us slipping. But I think that Aziz playing that spy situation that he was, spy kind of it was like he was on double duty. Which sometimes if you play Madden, you know what I'm talking about. But sometimes if you set your linebacker in the spy, and the quarterback doesn't run, that quarterback, I mean, the linebacker kind of plays zone in the situation. I mean, the area kind of where he's standing at, he kind of moves with the quarterback. And I think this is what was allowing Aziz to be so effective, that where he was a spy, but he also was like, okay, if this dude don't move, I'm just going to play in these passing lanes as well. And I think he got caught up one time. But other than that, though, like I said, man, this defense now has showed that it's the best defense in the NFL. And I think once you become the best defense, because I think through week 4 or through week 5, and people say, hey, you're the number one defense, it kind of doesn't, hold water as much as it does in the later on in the season, like where we at late November, getting ready to go into December. I think we are what we are. They are who we thought they were. The Texans are who we thought they were, and especially on the defensive side of the ball. And I just think that, man, we get to that championship game, y'all. I mean, I'm hoping for a Super Bowl, but I know for sure, we get the shot that we called at the beginning of the season of wanting to be a team to make it to the championship game. I think we definitely do that, and with this defense, man, we can win it.
Well, the one thing that you got to point out, and I don't know if you don't remember, but we said it first on this show, and we were talking about the Legion of Boom. We went back to the '85 Bears. We went to the Tampa Bay defense, and we was throwing out the term legendary. And when I put it out there, a lot of people disagreed. Well, when you was talking about, and I pulled this up, it's been on my screen for a minute. On the Up and Adams show, she's a big fan of the Texans because Nick Casario gives her a lot of information. But she put up a graphic today, 2011 Pittsburgh Steelers. This is the fewest yards allowed since 2010. So we're looking at a 15-year span. The 2011 Pittsburgh Steelers was at 271. The 2010 San Diego Chargers was at 271. The 2023 Cleveland Browns was at 270. That's the same team that we put 45 on them against Joe Flacco. Them. The 2014 Seahawks was 267. And this year the Texans is at 264. So right now, we are a generational defense because this is a 15-year span. So we are a generational defense. I think that the only
let's get them boys a hand over there on Kirby.
I think the only pressure that CJ and shout out to Dan Orlovsky, he was the first one to say, and he's been saying it for weeks, that the Texans defense is for real. That he was saying that today when I watched the show, he said that this is what brings pressure on CJ because you cannot waste a legendary defense like this.
Exactly.
This is one of these defenses that you need CJ. Here's the dirty word. This is a cuss word, y'all. I'm finna cuss. I'm finna use some profanity, man. CJ just needs to be a game manager.
Yes.
But make the plays that needs to be made. So that Higgins, that Dalton Schultz, make those throws. You came into the league and you gave yourself the moniker of ball placement specialist. Well, we need to see this. Now, Nick Caley have been drawing up plays that's been pretty decent, in my opinion. Now, the difference is, Eve had pointed it out earlier. Davis seems like he's getting rid of the ball. One thing I love about Davis is when the player's not there and he's under pressure, he's throwing that ball past the line of scrimmage in the dirt outside the pocket. CJ have a tendency of, in my opinion, this is me. He have a tendency of thinking about the stats because there was 2 interceptions I think he threw this year that he was supposed to have been throwing it out of bounds. And I think one of them was intercepted and the other one, the dude didn't get both feet down. Exactly. And it's like, throw the freaking ball out of bounds. So get rid of the ball when the player's not there, but get rid of the ball, when the player's not there, get your first read, your second read, tuck the ball and run. Don't spend a lot of time in the pocket trying to make extra plays and force it down the field. Get rid of the ball because I'd rather you throw the ball away to be 2nd and 10 than to try to fight for something that's not there and it's 2nd and 17 because you took a sack that didn't needed to be taken. So we just got to see what's going to happen, man. And Josh Allen is a better quarterback than Daniel Jones, but the difference is Josh Allen didn't have weapons. So Nitty, when you talked about Aziz being the spy, but one other thing that you didn't point out was, and I was watching it again today, the highlights, they had Aziz as a spy, and D'Amico was blitzing the nickel back also. So it was extra pressure coming. Well, you can't do that with the Colts because the Colts got more weapons at wideout. So now he has to play spy without bringing extra pressure. So that's one of the things that we got to look at. But I think that, man, if we sack Josh Allen 8 times, Daniel Jones is. But here's another thing. Dan Orlovsky pointed out that Joe Brady, they only chipped the Texans, the defensive ends, twice the whole entire game. That's malpractice right there. That is total malpractice.
Ain't gonna be able to do too much chipping either if you just really look at the way they.
No, you're gonna the tight end, the running back is going to chip. Like they you have to chip. If not, if you giving Hunter and Anderson free range against any tackles, they're gonna have a field day. So you better believe they watch this film and say, "Hey, man, we're gonna have to chip to slow these edge rushers down."
Yep. Like I say, man, I know we'll touch on more on that Colts game this coming Tuesday. I want to go to the bull ring right quick, and if it's any, excuse me, fellas, if there's any comments up here that y'all want to speak on.
I think, man, somebody made a comment, man, and he said this probably a long time ago, but I thought it was funny. I'm gonna find it, but go ahead and find some comments out there.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, Miller Mike said, he said the only thing the Texans have going for them offensively is they are slowly figuring things out with personnel. We need Kaylee to get up to speed with his play calling. Yep, that's it. Because right now, I feel like what's happening, and I'm glad we touched on that earlier. This is the push and pull of the situation, right? Execution, play calling. Execution, play calling. Meaning, right now, a lot of things might not even be Kaylee's fault. It may be that he's calling a great play, but it's just not being executed right. And maybe these plays are starting to look better because because they're learning them more, right? Because one thing that kind of tripped me out, right, and I'm pretty sure that y'all this situation left a lot of y'all scratching y'all head like it left me scratching mine. And that's when we were on the goal line and we were trying to go in with a run. And neither time we did the pitch. And I don't know if, Buffalo was showing that, okay, we kind of expecting that because we seen y'all do that last game. But to me, like, I think you got to try it. Sometimes you gotta, it's like gambling, right? It's like playing poker. Don't allow somebody to bluff you. Like, make them prove it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if let's see if you think if you set up for this, because I think that was a good opportunity, man, to toss the ball out to Woody one more time, because right now you will have teams that are 50-50 trying to figure out what your tendency is. I don't sometimes I don't like when an OC runs one play, right? And that play actually works. And then they try to scheme off of it. They don't never run the play again. They just scheme off of it. Like, y'all gonna be thinking that it's coming, but it never comes. Like, no, bro, like, come on, man. Do what you good at. Do what it is that, because at that situation when we got down there, I just knew we was gonna score a touchdown. I say, look, if this inside run ain't working, man, just pitch it out to Woody again. And shout out to Woody Marks, man. I don't know if we touched on Woody enough. Oh my goodness, big pause on that. But yeah, Woody had a nice game, man. Woody took some hits out there, man, to them knees, and Woody kept getting up. And there was one point in the game when Woody did get hurt, when it looked like they was trying to say Woody had a concussion or something. Woody kept trying to tell him, I'm good. But did y'all realize in that stretch right there, it's been a long time that I've seen a game where there was so many injury timeouts back to back to back. Like, that was crazy. I was almost about to be like, look, this seems like the body bag game right here. But it eventually the game got its flow. But yeah, shout out Woody Marks, man. He was doing his thing out there, man.
Even the ref got knocked out.
Hey, that was well, what's the name said that? Richard Sherman, man. I was laughing. I ain't gonna lie. He had me laughing in the room by myself. He said, this was a game right here. He said, man, the Texas defense, he said, man, even the ref got took out on the cart, man. I said, hey, he ain't lying. And guess what ref it was, right? And God bless him, hope everything is good. But I was listening to the radio early, and I heard somebody make a point about I think it was Lopez made a point that that ref was known for calling like the most holds or whatever. He and the Bills were like undefeated, like 6-0 or 5-0 whenever he ref whenever he was the lead ref for the game or whatever. So like, I don't know, that maybe that meant something for him to go out that game like that in the Texans, just to be able to have a free fall like that. But one thing that was dope too was the battle between Hunter and the other guy with the neck. What was his name?
Big boy. I know you're talking about. He was talking post game interview. I can't think of his name.
Deion Dawkins.
No, not Dawkins. Dawkins don't got the neck roll. This dude here got a neck roll, and I think he was white.
McGovern.
Yeah, he's the other. I think he's a right tackle. But let me tell you something. The way that boy Hunter did him, and the way how it hurt his shoulder, because if y'all see that play,
oh yeah, that's McGovern. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, when Hunter hits him and he gets knocked down to the ground and he just holding his shoulder down on the ground, just looking at them chase Josh Allen around, I thought they were gonna sit him down, but they surprisingly they kept him in the game, and he was ineffective. Like, if y'all really think about it, I think Hunter started feeling sorry for him. Hunter was like, damn, I'm gonna beat your ass all game and they gonna keep you out here. Like, you really trying to block me with one arm at this point, bro. Like, I think Hunter could have had a way better game. I think he felt bad for old bro. We probably could have had 12 sacks that night. But yeah, that dude was injured, bro. And it's crazy.
Those offensive line are very small, bro. Those guys are like little kids compared to our D line. Like,
you seen what Dawson said when he walked up the wheel after the game, right?
What did he say?
I don't know what he said, but I just know he put his hand on Will's shoulder and was like, hey, and then Will told him too, like, hey, man, you good too. But he was just telling Will, in so many words, he's like, hey, you're a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, you kicked my ass tonight. But yeah.
You know, Will is turning out to be what Michael Parsons is on pass rush, but Will is so much greater in stopping the run and setting the edge, man. Will is a beast sitting at the edge, man.
No,
and I know that you know, draft guard can relate to this. Hey, draft guard, when they say this guy has a high motor, it's normally gonna be a white player.
Always.
It's always gonna be a way. Hey, Will got a motor that's just like they said the sack that Will had, that was the most yards that a defensive player has traveled to get a sack in probably about 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
That guy was hustling to get the sack. And I was listening to Will say, he said Daniil Hunter, without a doubt, he's the silent, they his nickname is the silent killer. And Daniil said that before the game that Daniil told them, hey, let's leave it out on the field, and when we finish this game, we need to be crawling off the field.
Hey,
Meaning like
Allen Wild in the world.
Yo,
Hey,
what the fuck, bro?
my bad, killer, man. Allen crazy. Man, that boy say CJ better channel that 2000s Trent deal for game management skill and ride that D. Pause. Like, no, for real. I ain't gonna lie. That is so on point and accurate, bro. Like, for real. He gotta ride that D, man. Pause. Big
what was
pause.
Tampa Bay's quarterback when they Warren Sapp and Simeon Rice? That was like the
Brown Johnson.
Johnson.
Brad Johnson.
Brad Johnson. Same thing. CJ just need to go out and just be CJ. Like, just go
Brad
ahead and
Johnson's
just
better than Trent Dilfer, though.
Yeah,
he
Brad
is.
Johnson was good.
Way
And I really want him to be Alex Smith. Fuck that.
Alex Smith is another one. Yeah.
Best game, man. He the reason that tag even was like even made to me. Where he was the first person I ever heard who that was referred to. But we know
to
that
be honest,
he has the talent. He's better than an average quarterback. But we don't need you to be average. There's two things we need you to do. Run this offense like the general that we need you to do. I mean, that we need you to be.
I agree too.
And we need for you to, we know your feet are naturally like this.
Loose foot
We
motherfucker.
need you to start standing with your feet like this. We don't know what kind of rehab you need to go through because linemen are more susceptible to step on your feet and you can't really run off too good. Like maybe this got something to do with the sacks, man. Bro is slew-footed, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know that slew foot, man, but bro, I'm pigeon-toed. You know what I'm saying? Me and Spike Lee got the same feet. But it's like shout out to my people who feet are naturally like this though. But yeah, CJ is kind of built like a 2D cartoon character. You know, you had to draw their feet going out like that. That's how my boy feet be, man. And all I'm saying is, man, just be more, just run this offense like we know you can. And look, I'm saying this, and I want to go on record as saying this. Everything happens for a reason, y'all. I believe that we could have started this season out. We could have been 9-0, right? And I believe in my heart of all hearts that if you tell me that either way, first of all, you got to tell me either way I'm going to the that I'm going to the playoffs. But I can start a season off 9-0. I mean 11-0. Or I can have a season where I'm 6-5, and either way, I still make it to the playoffs. I'm gonna tell you something about, and I learned this from watching football. Sometimes those teams, and this is, and look, the Colts is a good example of this. There'll be a team that'll be winning all year, just look like they just got a winning season. They one of the top teams or whatever, right? But it be the schedule. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a lot of fluff in that. And by the time they get to the playoffs and play a real dog, they get smacked in the first round. We done seen it all the time, right? But those teams that's like 6-5 or going to the playoffs with one of those type of records later on. We don't know what the record's gonna end up being, but let's just say they are 11-5 or 10-7 again or whatever, right? Those teams right there tend to be more gritty. And I think that everything is playing out right for CJ. I think that what we're going to see against the Colts is an inspired CJ. I think bro is going to be inspired. I think that, because somebody pointed this out, that CJ does play good under pressure. That's one thing I can't say about him. Sometimes when a game doesn't have too much pressure on it, it seems like that's when it's like he don't want to be lollygagging when he said that earlier. That's what I'm referring to. But it seems like when it's a serious game, we see a serious CJ. It's like that Chargers game last year. CJ, that was a different CJ in that Chargers game. Did y'all notice in the playoffs, like he was starting to run more? He was just starting to do a lot of more things. Like he loves pressure. I think now that he's under that pressure, I think we about to see a different CJ, but enough. We're about to see enough to win a Super Bowl. Because if we look at it, let's just keep it real, right? And you know what I'm saying? I love Jalen. I have no problem with Jalen. He's a Houstonian, and he's a NFL champion. But I don't know if there's anybody who would look at Jalen and say that he's like this extraordinary quarterback. And when he won the Super Bowl last year, that it's like, that he carried that team. It's more like it was a team effort. You're not going to say it was just, hey, man, Jalen, man, hey, this and that. I feel like CJ is a better quarterback than him. Do y'all think that?
You want to go, Pat, or you want me to go?
I think CJ is a better passer of the ball than Jalen, bro. I'm just being
I'm a better passer of the ball than Jalen.
I'm just saying. So,
but here's the difference about Jalen is when it's time to pull out a game, he might not have the stats, the numbers, but he's gonna make that throw, that run, or that decision.
Yeah,
Jalen should have 2 Super Bowls. He was directly responsible for them losing that first Super Bowl against Kansas City when he fumbled before halftime. They were about to win that Super Bowl. So that's the difference. It's like there's been quarterbacks that's been better than Russell Wilson. But Russell in his prime, even with that defense, Russell did enough to make the plays and the throws that he needed to. And that's what you need CJ to do. And talent-wise, throwing the ball, CJ is better than Russell and better than Jalen. But right now, decision-making, it's not. We saw it the first year, but it's just not there. Last year was iffy, and we have an excuse. So we want to use the excuse of slowing. Now this year we using the excuse of Kaylee. Now we're seeing Kaylee doing his thing. And here's another thing too. With Nick Kaylee and with Davis Mills, you notice what you haven't seen in Davis Mills' 3 starts?
What?
The delay of the game. Man, why CJ ain't getting the ball? They not getting the play called.
There was one last night, but I get your point though. I get it's not as many as we've been seeing with CJ. I totally get your point.
Yeah, it's like, hey man, they not calling the play fast enough. I'm like, no, the headset cut off at 15 seconds. You got a wristband, the plays, and y'all go over y'all play calling schemes.
Good point, Mike. Mike say if Flacco can win one, damn CJ can win one. Most definitely. They definitely
right now. But
as of right now, they kind of in the same category as a quarterback until CJ proved different.
That one thing. Let's. I'm gonna go back into my historical bag. That year that Flacco won it, that boy had 11 touchdowns and 0 interceptions in that postseason run. So if CJ can do that, hey, yeah, of course.
You just seen it, man. Be very low on his turnovers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he can do it. He can do it, bro. We got to give CJ his props on this though. Before he got injured, right? The last game we won was against San Francisco, right?
Right.
In that game, he was looking different in this offense. He was doing what we talked about on the show, get rid of the ball fast, right? He was doing that. He did that this game. So much as to where we had so much confidence in him going into the Broncos game. We was like, fuck that defense. Right. CJ already know how to get rid of the ball. Well, he ended up getting injured.
Yeah.
So I think that against the Colts, he does exactly like he understands, man. And like I say, everything builds up for a reason. I think the way that this is lining up, the way that the stars is aligning in the universe for us right now, I think that it's building up who we want at QB1. I think this CJ needed to get that concussion this year. He needed to see Davis Mills go 3-0. He needed to see that, oh, hold up, this offense actually do got something to it. And if I'm out there and actually do what I'm supposed to do, then man, hey, we can really take this thing where we need to. And sometimes you need to put that Bunsen burner under somebody's ass, man. Pause.
Well, you said something nitty, not the last show, because shout out to Mellow Mike. We did a show that was like 2.5 hours long. That was
Crazy.
yeah,
y'all
that was
on
crazy.
Hey,
That
look,
was crazy.
yeah, big shout out.
Hey, but you said something of the show before that. You said that, sometimes I don't know if you remember this, Nitty, but I remember a lot of key points that you be bringing up. You in fact, I listen to y'all. But you said that, hey man, maybe CJ need to sit on the sideline and see what it looks like from a
Yep, that was
distance.
me. That was me.
I remember you saying that. And here's the thing though. You watching Davis, you've had 3 starts for Davis Mills and really 4 games because he came in when CJ got hurt. You've been watching Davis Mills get rid of the ball. Last night, it was no sacks. So my thing is that's one of the things that when they go back to that film room and CJ get his chance to go out and start, Kaylee's gonna be like, hey, you got to see the field like this. You got to make these reads. And when it's not there, get rid of the ball. Do not take unnecessary hits. You're not Superman. Josh was trying to be Superman last night. He's can't do it. He don't have the weapons. So CJ needs to just sit back and like, hey, just go ahead and play the game. Go through your reads and your progressions, and the defense got you, man. Defense have you.
You for to say something, Patton? Oh, for the say CJ is just going through his maturation process, and like I say, everything's lining up to put this fire in his up under his hands. Pause to let him. Like this could be things that can thrust him forward in his whole career. Like y'all, these are like y'all gotta realize, right? The things in our lives that happen to us shape us into the people who we are. And Pat know what I'm talking about. The things that happen to us, they make us. They make us who we are. They change us into different people. We move through our life and change through our consciousness as we move forward because of our experiences. So sometimes certain things have to happen to you to make you this certain beast. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all remember Deadpool. Like he had to go through tremendous amounts of stress in order to become who he was. You know what I'm saying? What you seeing with CJ could be his Deadpool moment. You know what I'm saying? He could be, hey, I think I'm gonna clip this one right here, y'all. But he could be going through his point of like in the cocoon like a butterfly, right? He's becoming the CJ that we want him to, right? But we seeing it in real time. We seeing what's making him him. You know what I'm saying? He's now like he probably never thought that that I would be that Davis Mills running an offense would be something that would need to be showed to me as a reference as to how I need to run the offense. Like this could be very humbling for him that also, like I say, lights that fire and turns him into that beast that we want, because that's all I want. At the end of the day, I need that beast, that QB. And if this is what lights a fire under CJ, man, to take us to the Super Bowl, y'all, because you don't get to the Super Bowl on hopes and dreams and fans just cheering in the stands. That's not how it works, man. It's inner workings of this thing, man. It's a world out here that, you know what I'm saying? Like they say, it's beyond flesh and blood, man. It's with heart, man. And I think that CJ is about to turn into that beast, man. So to that guy that put that picture out, right? Maybe that's what we saw on the side, right? Maybe we saw CJ sitting on that side contemplating. maybe CJ was sitting on that sideline just thinking to himself, like, man, if them dudes are sitting over there happy right now, wait until we in here popping champagne and got goggles on after we win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe CJ was sitting there taking it all in. Maybe he was really looking and saying, hey, that's a real Super Bowl defense right there. That's really what we have. And
Bro,
they talking about to win the Super Bowl.
With that point, Nitty, he's like, they winning without me. They are winning without me. I know that I'm a better talent than Davis Mills, and they are winning without me.
Mm-hmm.
That's motivation enough for me to just say, hey man, look. I mean, if two things can be true. They're winning without me. I know that I can play better than what I've been playing because I got to give it to it. You know, I give Patton a hard time, and CJ has not had he just had a below average year according to CJ standards.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm quite sure that if CJ was playing up to standards, Patton is a season ticket holder. You know, I mean, like, it's like if the dude was playing good, Patton will tell you he's playing good. But if he's not playing good, he's not going to be a fan. Like, it's like, hey, bro, like, prove me wrong and go out there and shine. And I get it. You know, I'm a CJ fan. You know, I'm a Houston fan, but I'm a CJ fan. Patton is a Houston fan. CJ just happened to be our quarterback. Am I right, Patton?
Go Blue.
Go Blue, man. So, man, my thing is, man, CJ has to look at this year and say, hey, man, this is probably going to be one of my best opportunities to win a Super Bowl.
This is like, this is it, really, on the cool. You think?
I mean, because because Will Anderson is going to get his. Like, I mean, AD, he called it out. AD said, "Hey, it's 110." You know, CJ gonna get a minimum of 60. Will gonna get 50. And once you pay those two guys, then it's gonna be guys that's gonna have to get peeled off. You're gonna keep Stingley, but you're gonna lose Lassiter.
Yeah, I told
you. You're gonna start losing players that's contributing to what we're doing right now. So your best time is to win it right now. Get familiar with the offense. Like after Kaylee is gone or whatever, like just start to do the things that you need to do. Because Tom Brady's first 3 Super Bowls, and I love when Teddy Bruschi said it. He said it on he'd be on Get Up, and he said, I told Tom Brady, and I tell anybody, those first 3 Super Bowls belong to the defense. Tom Brady just was there not to make mistakes. Mm-hmm. And that's what he did. And we won Super Bowls because he just did enough to make the passes, and we won Super Bowls. But then after that, Tom Brady became Tom Brady. So we have to look at CJ is only into his 3rd year. Yep. So go back and look at all the quarterbacks. You can go look at Peyton Manning. You can go look at Brett Favre. Look at all the greats of the past. And tell me how many quarterbacks that's Hall of Famers that have won a Super Bowl in the first 3 years. That list is very, very slim. So CJ has a chance to do something that, I think, like, if I'm going back, Steve Young was at Tampa Bay for a minute before he won.
I know, and then he came to San Francisco, and still it was a minute. He had to get. He was so happy the monkey got took off his back. I never forget that scene. He was like, "Take the monkey off my back."
Dan Marino went to the Super Bowl his rookie year and never got back ever again. Mm-hmm. And I think he's the greatest thrower of the ball. Like, he had a pure arm. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it just happened like that. CJ needs to take advantage of this opportunity that he has, and I believe that he will. So I just think that the Texans need to go out there and tell CJ they play in Michigan every week, and we'll just go ahead and blow it.
Let me speak on.
Don't say that, because he never beat Michigan.
But I'm just saying the motivation was there to beat Michigan.
Brandon say no, pay Lassiter, pay Bullock. I'm gonna tell you this, Brandon. I sure would love to, But I'm gonna tell you, I remember that when Lassiter picked that number 4 on his jersey, and we came on the show, the next show that we did, I told y'all, I said that 4 on this jersey is representative of how many years that we gonna have Lassiter after we saw how good his rookie season was. I was like, we got him 4 more years. That's how many years we got him. So yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody in the bull ring and a few
before you get a shout out, I got a couple personal shout outs before you get into the bull ring.
Mm-hmm.
Today is my boy Willie Jackson birthday, man. Happy birthday.
Willie Jackson, man, happy birthday, my boy.
One of my coworkers, man, she's watching, and she texts me and asks me, "Is this my house?" And I'm like, "No." This is Larry and Stafford's house. I'm in borrowing his living room.
Hey, that's the coldest one right there.
Hey, shout out to Cal and Mellow Mike. Dog, 30 minutes turned into two and a half hours.
Hey, man,
fucking incredible. Like,
hey, it was one of the greatest shows ever because I've never seen, like, this was almost like, you know, when you go to and speaking of that, Thanksgiving coming up, happy holidays to everybody. You notice that whenever you doing the whenever, you know, you're talking to your cousins outside, and you know what I'm saying, you do the thing where it's like about 5 goodbyes, right? It's a goodbye in the kitchen. Then there's a goodbye there. By the time you walking in the living room, you start up a whole other conversation, and then that's a goodbye in there. Then there's a goodbye on the porch, because now y'all out on the porch, and you're like, hey, man, I'm about to get ready to catch out. But that turned into another 15-minute conversation. Then there's another goodbye outside the gate, because he walked you to the gate, and then y'all had to talk right there at the gate. Then the last goodbye is you with the one leg out the door. Everybody know that one. That's when you in the car, and you got the door open and your leg out the door, and you're like, hey, man, can I open it down here to go? And you crank the car up. And then I think it's about 20 more minutes after that car crank up, because you think that was a sign to let them know that you was finna go. But the car, like, that ain't enough. So y'all have about another 30-minute conversation, then y'all able to leave. That's, bro, it was so many times during that show where Cal was like, hey, y'all, we about to get ready to get up out of here. And he was texting me because I was the one that was going to shut the show down. So he was like, hey, Nitty, we about to get ready to shut down. So, right, I'm up here, and I'm like, all right, it's finna get ready to shut down. Bro, I was up here for about 45 minutes, bro.
You know, to do a show with a guy, Mellow Mike, and not, like, we've never collabed one-on-one. And when I looked at it, and I was like, 2 hours and 30 minutes? And I had to get up and go to work the next morning. I only wanted to do an hour.
I seen the next day. Cal nigga pissed off. I ain't get it, but now I get it.
Hey, boy, hey, I seen Patton in the hallway, and he was like, what's up, Killer? I just gave him a dap and kept walking. I was like, man, I'm tired, bro.
Look, Killer was like, like, down, like, all right.
But hey, Mello did his thing, man. Like, he came with the information, bro. We was like, it was definitely a great freestyle show, man. And we, like, bro, that's one of the shows, like, I've, you know, to let everybody know in the bull ring, every show that I've ever done, I've never watched it from start to finish. Mm-hmm. That's one of the shows that I really want to go back and watch, because I was like, what were we talking? And see, I've never been a moderator.
Mm-hmm. See, y'all actually was doing good, bro. It's like, it was nothing boring. See, if y'all would have gotten to a spot where y'all was boring and y'all didn't have nothing to bounce, there's no way this show could have went 2 hours and 30 minutes. It literally went that much because y'all, like, it could have went longer, bro. If you wasn't going to work the next day, bro, y'all really probably could have went 5. Y'all could have y'all could have broke the record on.
Hey, we was rocking, man.
Community podcast, bro, because y'all were really going, bro, and everything was interesting, bro. I actually had somebody, because, you know, I was working, and being that I had to, you know, monitor the show to, you know when to end it, I had somebody in here. As a matter of fact, it was a female R&B singer. She was in here, and she heard y'all. She's a big Texans fan, so she heard y'all talking, and she was like, man, they like, she didn't even want me to turn it off. She was like, hold on, they making some good points. I was like, yeah, that's why I told you, like, nah, Y'all did a very good job, man. And y'all know we
Appreciate it.
Mellow Mike would definitely be back. I was about to call him Killer Mike, but that would be dope though, because that's what y'all would be
Killer
called
Mike.
whenever y'all got to do a show
Killer Mike.
together. Y'all Killer Mike like a motherfucker.
Killer
Run the
Mike.
jewels.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna get a shout out right quick, man, and we're gonna get ready to get up out of here, man. We appreciate everybody. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Man, our Texans, man, we are finally above the 500. Teams are scared of us right now. Like, for real, they shaking in their boots. Big shout out to Will Anderson too, because I do want to say this, y'all. On a scale of let's take 100%, right? I was like, and I'm gonna be honest, I was like 65% was my belief, and probably a little bit up under of my beliefs that Will Anderson was gonna pan out to be what he is right now. And I knew he was a good dude. I followed him through his college career. I knew that they say he was like this great locker room kid, and everything was that with him. But bro, somebody put a picture of, I think it was DraftKings, one of these betting sites, but they put up a video, a picture of Will. They said this is who Will Anderson basically was last night, and it was a picture of JJ Watt. I mean, when I'm talking about, I even went as far as to go back and look at one of his old pictures from Alabama, right? And when I look at that picture, y'all, I promise y'all, I still don't see it. When I look at him in Alabama, I can't see the beast that he turned into right now. Like, it's over with, bro. Like, Will is he's him. He's him, bro. He's him, man. He's him. And I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody in the bull ring right quick. Hold on, let me bring the music back up. Anything you want to bring, Killer?
Man, it was just like, it just really, like, today, man, I was suffering at work because I don't think I went to bed until about 1:30, and my alarm went off at 4:30.
Ooh.
And yeah, I was no good today. I mean, thankfully I had a chill day today, but man, I was no good. But it just feels great. Like, losing a primetime game is one thing, but to lose a game on a Thursday and you got 10 more days to play again, it's just like it just leave a bad taste in your mouth.
Very
like
bad.
I feel good. Like, we came into this game 5-5. Leaving out of this game 6-5, you just start to look like, man, this is crazy. And I'm gonna tell you something else, man. And I wrote down our predictions. It was we did our show, us three and Larry, and we did our predictions. Do you know that this is a year that we can possibly defeat Baltimore, Buffalo, and KC in the same year? And I guarantee you, there's not one person that's a Texan fan could have predicted that. So, man, this is a special year, man. So, shout out to them boys, man. I'm gonna end it on that, man. Y'all go ahead and wrap it up, man. But that's my final thoughts. And, man, go Texans.
Man, for real, y'all. Hey, man, we about to give a shout out to, man, the big part of this show, man. We couldn't do it without the bull ring, man. And I just want to we always make sure that we give y'all props, man. So I'm gonna start off, man. Where we at? Hold on. Okay, there we go.
We win the Super Bowl.
Hey, I'm telling you, the way that this is lining up like that. I'm just telling y'all, just watch how the stars align, and I'm telling you, they don't know, boy. Watch how it align, and
the score gonna be 26-17 in the Super Bowl.
Who are we playing though? Who are we playing though?
The Rams.
Playing the Rams. I can see that.
Oh shit.
You know what, Pat? You know what, bro? You know what, man? Let me tell you this, Pat. With your predictions and even with mine, man, we got to start time stamping it. Like, it's one thing that we said on the show, Well, we got to put it on Twitter, and here's the reason why. There's a lot of big Togiai fans right now. Y'all know I was the first person that pointed out Togiai. I was the first person to say, hey man, this guy is like, I really like him. I was the first person to point out Nico Collins when people was like, Nico is not him. He's not a number one wide receiver. We got Diggs. They was like, no, Diggs is the number one. Nico is the number two. And I was like, no, Nico is that guy. I pointed out that when we was doing our draft shows early this year, and I said that I love the way Jake Higgins run his routes. I said that he had fluid hips. He gets down out of his cuts. He explodes, and he have a catch radius. Mm-hmm. I said that on the show, but I never put it on Twitter. So now everybody else is picking up on things that we scouted and we saw.
I should have put out that he was going to break that record, because I did say he was going to break that touchdown record on trades.
The biggest one is when Patton said that Ursary was going to be the starter, and I even said it on the show. I was like, "Patton, you crazy? That dude ain't finna start." You said no, he's gonna start day one, and he's gonna be a future All-Pro. That's our future left tackle. I said, no, he's gonna be on the right side. No, he's gonna be on the left side. So I'm just saying, like, going forward, man, we got to put this and timestamp it on Twitter, because people will just pretend like they'll know that you said it. But if they can't pull it up with a date and a timestamp, they'll be like, oh, nah, you ain't said it. So, hey, we're going to start putting that on Twitter. Even though we put it on the show, we're going to start putting it on Twitter. We're going to start, like, clipping it and,
I just tweeted just now my prediction for the Super Bowl.
Pause, man. But hey, man, Patton, man, yeah. When you turn to the side, man, you can really see the dynamics of your hair and stuff, man. Like, your hair looking good over there, man. Pause.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? You just ain't nothing to give a brother his props. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, man. Hey, my classmate, put the cat's out the bag now. I graduated today. And everybody was digging my hairstyle, man. I don't want to let the world know, you know what I'm saying? But
I got one thing I need to let the world know too, man, before we get off here. Now, if y'all know last year, I gotta pause the music on this one. If y'all know last year, around September, I had announced on the show that my wife,
great news.
Wife had she was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer. And shout out to everybody who, with their well wishes and everything. And it's a year later. And we got some news the other day that was so crazy, y'all. Like, it was just like the biggest blessing from God. So with this news, y'all need to know that anything is possible. But she took a CT scan, and the scan came back, and the cancer that was in her breast is like basically gone. I don't know. I mean, we've been doing some things, but man, I know it's God. I put all of this on God. God gets the glory for this. God gets the praise and everything. You know what I'm saying? And anything's possible. And like I say, man, I thank everybody who, that stood by us in this situation and all of that, man. It's been crazy. But man, to be at this point right now, from a year, you know what I'm saying? But hey, this is it's miracles that happen all the way around all the time. And I just, like I said, I thank everybody for their well wishes. And I had to let y'all know that, because I know that there's people been out there praying. And hey, this is a praise report, man. The prayers work. And you know what I'm saying? God is the greatest. Excuse me, but yeah, I just had to let y'all know that, man. And yeah, man.
Great news, man. Great news.
I'm talking about super great news. What a way to end. But I'm gonna give everybody the shout outs, and big shout out to my wife, man. Let's see. Wait a minute. I gotta turn the music back on. All right, here we go. Right here. So boom. I think we were starting that. Oh, my bad. Here we go. So boom. We got that boy Brandon. Appreciate you, my guy. You already know. You know how we rock. Man, we got that boy Dorsey Spencer in the building. Mellow Mike, you know what I'm saying? Mellow Mike in the building, man. Horace, you already know how we rock. You already know. You already know. We got Big DQ in the building, man. Big DQ, not the little one, you understand? Okay, who else we got up in here, y'all? We got Eve, man.
Shout out to Eve.
Big shout out to Eve, man. And we got Terry Williams in the building. Appreciate you.
Shout out to you guys. What's up, Kiddo?
Hey, man, we got that boy AD, man. Appreciate you. AD in the building. We got Julius Harris, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you most definitely. Let me see. I think it may be it right there. Hold on, y'all. No. We got Mr. Leo 9.
That's Willie. That's Willie Jackson, man.
That's why they changed his name, man. Hey, I should have known by the hashtag Texans on 3.
Yeah.
Man. And the W right there, biggest day. Got the W. But hey, man, happy birthday, my guy. Let's see. Who else? Oh, Ninja Count, man, our cousin in the building, man. Hey, appreciate you, Ninja, man. No doubt, man. I know you've seen us on the national stage do our thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Kinfolk, man, we took care of our business. Okay, let's see, man. Well, I'm looking for this, though. I do want to say this, though. But, shout out to Alan, man. Big shout out to Alan, man. But I just want to say, man, if y'all want anything like me, I'm saving T. Jones for these.
Please.
Hey, listen.
Shout out.
Hey, man, you got to, man. She put, hold on. She told Cal that he need to get him some damn rest.
Get some rest, yeah.
To T. Jones, man, you know it's love, man. I know you proud of your son, man. You know what I'm saying? Boy graduated today on top back. We're gonna have a congratulations from our guy too, man.
Cal about to be them Blues next, man.
Hey, for
Metro
real.
Hey, Pat. Metro booming.
Hey, it's a GOAT, man. Appreciate you. Most definitely, man. And hold on, I think that might be it, man. We're gonna give T. Jones another shout out too, man. T. Jones, we appreciate you, man. We thank you for your support. You always here, man. Appreciate that. You know, I think you'll be here even if your son wasn't on the show. You know what I'm saying? That's how much of a Texas fan she is. But I think she watches the show despite Patton is on here. Now just playing.
Tabs on it. That nigga said, "Where you at?"
She probably didn't hit you one day when you first put that sign up. I mean, that house in the background. Probably like, "Where you at?"
Yeah. you got money. Well,
house you had me going to. Yeah. That's a different house, ain't it? Where that one at? Yeah. No, man, appreciate that, T. Jones, man. It's all love, man. And like I say, man, y'all know what time it is. Y'all tune in with us every Tuesday, every Friday. We back some bills out. Y'all know what time it is. Hey, to everybody out there in Buffalo, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we saved a few tables out there, man. Y'all wasn't able to jump on those tables and break them tables like y'all normally do. So we saved some tables out there, man. And shout out, you know what I'm saying? Adopt a table, you know what I'm saying? Because it's some out there now. But other than that, man, Texans on 3, we up out of here, y'all. We'll see y'all next show, man. Go Texans. Y'all already know what time it is.
Modern and secure, clean, clear, no cracks.
Exactly. Let's get y'all one Texans on 3 before we get up out of here. Texans on 3, 1, 2, 3.